So where am I this week, you might be asking yourself? Well, actually we've come to another show, another exhibition. A dirt bike show. Well, I know we've visited a few, but hey, it's rude not to, isn't it? And this one's always pretty good anyway. There's always definitely interesting things to see. Oh well, this is rather nice, isn't it? Rather posh, flipping carpeted floor. In fact, it's lovely and warm in here as well. So, let's have a little look round. I must admit, ordinarily you'd expect a dirt bike show to be a bit scruffy and untidy around the edges, but not in this case. It's rather nice with a carpeted floor, nice working environment, nice place for you to come and see, because not all dirt bike riders are scruffy, you know. In fact, they clean up nicely during the week. Now this is a motocross machine, and the thing about a motocross machine is the height of the flipping things. Look at that seat height there. And people such as myself who are vertically challenged, we do struggle getting our leg over. Excuse me, madam. And it's because of the seat height, but it's needed to be high. They've got very, very high ground clearance, they've got a whole load of suspension movement, and the reason for that is simply because they're going over big hills, big mounds, great big jumps, because it's a bike like this that you would see in an outdoor motocross meeting and indeed in indoor supercross. It's a proper motocross competition machine. Now this happens to be the 250 version. It's a Honda CR250R. And they have a beam frame, a big aluminium frame here. And it's quite an unusual thing in the world of motocross, because up until recently, Honda being the pioneer in this respect, they always had tubular framework. So Honda did it on the 250 a number of years ago. Since then, they've decided to go the whole hog and do it on a range. So now you can buy the 125cc version, and indeed you can buy a brand new one, a 454 stroke that they've introduced especially for this year. And this is the big one. This is the CRF 450, and the difference is, as I said, it's the type of engine, because on the 125 and on the 250 they're two strokes, but on this one it's a four-stroke engine. And those of you who are into off-road riding or two-stroke, four-stroke indifference will notice the exhaust, for example. Ordinarily it would be a great big expansion chamber, but this is a nice, neat, tidy bit of tubing. The only main difference really between the overall appearance of this bike is the engine. Obviously that will make a big difference to the riding characteristics, because although this bike is only a few kilograms heavier, it's an awful lot more bottom end torque, so it will be much more traction involved in the way the engine delivers the power. And I should imagine quite an easy bike to ride, although still quite tall. I probably still have a little problem getting my leg over. There is a big difference, however, and that is in the money, because the 250 version will cost you just under £4,000, whereas this one will cost you 5,000 quid. So that Honda that I've just been looking at is entirely different to this thing, because that's a motocross machine. These are trials bikes. This is a gas, the latest 2002 model. Quite a lot of improvements and very big changes that have occurred. And because there has been a quiet season, you might say, during 2001 due to the foot and mouth problem. But that problem has been overcome now, and during 2002 I should imagine everybody will be dusting the cobwebs off their old machines, or even investing in something nice and new like this. But it's not only just trials bike that they've decided to do from now on, they're doing all sorts of other machines. They do little 50cc trail bikes, they do 125s, they do something like this which is a 200, and they do bigger. I've ridden one of these recently with a man called Wayne Braybrook, and it was an awesome bit of kit. Very, very easy to use, easy to handle. You could throw it around, dead light, and loads of fun. This will cost you just like £3,800, which is quite a lot of money, but when you think about it, it's a half road, a half off-road, an awful lot of fun to be had, a versatile piece of equipment. It's not the only thing they produce neither. Oh no, because they've gone and introduced this baby over here. Look at this. This is a Supermoto. This particular one is a 125 two-stroke machine. They call it the SM125. It's black and it's mean. It's got 17-inch rims there, with all the fancy brakes that you need on Supermoto. Nice chrome exhaust. It looks the business, doesn't it? This will cost you £3,796, including VAT. A couple of quid extra to stick it on the road, but I reckon you could have some serious fun on this. Just think how light and easy it will be to ride. So we've mentioned motocross machines and things, and there's one my size. This is a nice little 85cc Yamaha. And Yamaha have been sort of at the top for years in the motocross world, just like Suzuki and Honda, and now an awful lot of the European guys are taking place with your KTM, TM, oh, flipping loads of them. But one thing that has always attracted me is something like this, which is a little different in respect that it's got 4 wheels, but it's still a motorbike, and there's an awful lot of fun to be gained with something like this. Now there's some real diddy ones for the kids out there. They even do a 125 now, automatic, with an adjustable throttle. And what I mean by an adjustable throttle is you can set it so it only goes so quick. But something like this has got to be a serious mean machine. This is a 660cc 4-stroke machine. Oh, but luckily, this also has got an adjustable throttle. So obviously someone like me could be kept under control. Now, as well as all the fancy 2002 machines and all the new products that have been introduced for the year, there's always, like at every motorcycle show, loads of clothing and accessory stalls. You can find absolutely everything at a show like this, usually at the very right price as well. So I'm going to leave you to have a little look round, see if you can find something that suits you. Meanwhile, this vessel is empty. I feel the need to have it filled up. Do excuse me.